Hey there, Gemini, and welcome to your week of January 3rd, 2022 general tarot reading, Gemini Christmas. That's going to take some getting used to. These are general readings here, Gemini. So some of this, all of this, or maybe even none of it will resonate with you. If it does resonate, that's great. If it doesn't, it's just not part of your message. So don't try to make something fit that doesn't. We're going to be looking at your energy over here on the left. We're going to be looking at some challenges for you here in the center and some potential outcomes here for you on the right. We're going to get more details into all these cards with some more cards by clarifying them a little later on. And then we're going to tie everything off with an oracle card at the end of the video, so you're going to stick around and see the full message. But without further ado, let's get into this. Your energy coming in this week, it's the Wheel of Fortune, Temperance, and the Queen of Pentacles. Now, Temperance card is Sagittarius's card, so you may have Sagittarius in your chart. You might be dealing with a Sagittarius this week as well. But what we're looking at here is you really being experimental at this time, or at least flexible, very much so. I feel it's like you're kind of being flexible, willing to mix, willing to match, willing to do whatever, it kind of takes whatever, is called upon you in order to achieve what you're trying to achieve or get through the challenges you might be facing at this time. With the Temperance card here, you can see there's a path along the side here that leads up to the sun. And the sun is the happiest card in the deck. So they call this the path to glory. And I feel like this is you really working hard to get there. Like, it's in sight. It's like, I can see where I want to be, my ultimate goal here. It's just a matter of how will I get there. And right now I feel like you're more or less in like the preparation phase of that, or maybe you're here kind of on like a restock part of your life where it's like, okay, we're almost there, let's kind of stock up again for the next haul before we move on here. So I like that a lot, especially with the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Pentacles here too. The Wheel of Fortune talking about you get what you give. If you're giving positivity and you're giving out hard work and you're giving out the energy of like, I'm going to succeed, the Wheel of Fortune is gonna be like, yeah, let's do this, let's go, right? So I love that. That's fantastic. So I feel like that's really working for you at this time. I also feel at this time as well, you're very much heading in like a very fortuitous, like this is a good time for you. Like I feel like there's lots of opportunities abound for you. I feel like there's a ton of like potential for like, striking it and having like, maybe you're going to get lucky and win like a little bit of money or something like that, or just be lucky and, you're at the right place at the right time, which I think is fantastic here. And with the Queen of Pentacles as well, I feel like you're very hardworking at this time too, which is fantastic. Like we talked a little bit about with the Temperance card, but I also feel like you're also very much in the nurturing phase of the hard work too, where you're like, all right, let's make sure like everything's working good. Let's make sure not just yourself, but others in your life, things are going good with them, and that we're heading in a good direction, and that nothing's kind of like, there's going to be, as the most we can do that we have control over, things aren't going to go wrong, right? Like, we can plan and plan and plan, but sometimes things are beyond our control. But let's make sure the stuff that is that is within our realm of control, we handle. So I love that. That's fantastic. Moving over into your challenges here, we got the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles, which I think is really great. But unfortunately in your challenges, they can be a little rough because the Knight of Pentacles is like slow and steady, wins the race, right? It's the slowest moving knight. He moves with purpose and with a plan. So maybe having some troubles there. Maybe, for you, you're feeling like things aren't moving fast enough. Like it's almost like when you're on the home stretch, and it's like, I'm so close. Why can't I do this? Like, let's go, right? And you kind of want to work harder and burn yourself out trying to get there. But it seems like the path might be a little longer than that. So try not to do that. Try not to burn yourself out too soon. Or try not to burn out in general, of course, but try not to like work yourself and burn yourself out and then be like, oh, but there's still all this, so much more to go. And, you have to put all this extra effort in because you put in so much, you just try to rush. With the Eight of Pentacles, it's kind of practice makes perfect, working hard again. You may feel like this is getting a little tedious, a little, like, why am I doing this? Like, why is this not paying off? You can see this guy, he's been working hard. He's got all these pentacles he's been working on, trying to get just right. He might be getting a little upset because it's like, oh, why am I doing this all day? Like, why isn't it working? Why? Like, you can see some of them are misshapen compared to others. Some have thicker lines. Some have, kind of off-centered stars in the pentacles here. You might be feeling like, why is it not paying off? Why is this not working out for me? I'm doing it the way they tell me to do it, but it's still not, working out the way I want it to. So just be aware you might need a little, temper your patience here a bit. And with the Two of Pentacles as well, it feels as well, potentially for some of you, that, it might be a bit of a situation where you can't maintain this. Like you feel like you can't, like this can't go on forever. Like you don't want this to go on forever, but it feels like it's going on forever. Like the Two of Pentacles talks about, spinning plates, juggling, things like that, where you don't want something to hit the ground. You want it to stay up in the air. You want it to maintain what it's doing for as long as possible here. And you might feel like things are kind of maybe falling apart, or like you can't maintain this momentum, or the opposite, where the stuff that's not working out just keeps not working out. Like, why is it not working out? Why am I still so far back? Why do I have to keep doing these things? Why have I not mastered this yet? So potentially some of those kind of problems you might be encountering this week or in the future here. Over here for your outcome cards, so we got the Nine of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. I like the Four of Pentacles showing up here because the Four of Pentacles tells us not to think outside the box, not to do anything crazy. Let's just do what works. Try not to, do anything wild or wacky, right? Be patient. The Four of Pentacles is quite a boring card, to be honest. He's very boring, but he preaches, the Four of Pentacles preaches, do the safe thing, do what everyone else does. Don't do anything crazy, right? Just because things may not necessarily be working out. Everyone's process and time to achieve what they want to achieve is different. With the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Queen of Swords here as well, I feel like you're going to be quite satisfied with things once you get going here, like once we start really moving and making some significant progress. So with the Nine of Cups, which is great, which is also good if you're single. The Nine of Cups is great because it represents someone who's ready for like something serious, a big time commitment. Because when two people with Nine of Cups energy come together, you get the Ten of Cups, which is like everything coming up great, all your dreams and everything coming true. So that's beautiful. I love that. And with the Queen of Swords here as well, I just feel like you need to be honest. Like you just need to be truthful, like not just with others around you, of course that is important, but with yourself as well. Something I've been pointing out recently with the Queen of Swords is that the sword she's using has two edges. And that means she can cut the truth to someone else, but to herself as well. Like you gotta be honest with yourself sometimes and be like, let's give ourselves a fair shake. Like let's be honest here. Like, we're making the progress. Like we're focused on the progress we're making, not on the progress that we haven't made yet, right? Like it's like we're still moving forward one step at a time. We're not giving inches, right? We're taking them. So I like that a lot. So let's look at your outcome cards here, or clarifiers for your cards here in just a moment. Before we do, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it so much. All the love, support I see in the videos, all the views, the likes, comments, the shares, the subscribes. I appreciate it all so much. Thank you for being here. I send in love and support to you and yours as well. Hopefully this is helping out and resonating. And even if it isn't, I hope things are going good for you too. We're going to look at an oracle card after we get your clarifiers out here. So you're going to want to stick around for your full message here as well. So without further ado, let's get into this reading for your details. We got the Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Hermit. Hello, Spike. He's taking off here. So with the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles really talks about us working with others, right, to achieve things that we couldn't normally achieve on our own. You can see here this large person here, this giant, has been working on this huge sort of archway here, while these smaller people here, I would say they're just regular sized people, are working on the more finer details, right? He's kind of taking care of the rough stuff, carving out like this is kind of what we need, and they've been handling the details. So it's to say sometimes people can, you need other people to do things that you cannot do, right? Work with them on that level. So I feel like that's part of the flexibility we've been talking about with this Temperance card earlier, where we talk about being flexible, experimental. I feel like, relying on others, you're right there with them. With the Hermit, that's Virgo's card, so you may have Virgo in your chart, might be dealing with a Virgo this week too. But the Hermit is all about your goals, your dreams, having those guiding lights that, move you forward, right? Your wishes you want to come true. And the Hermit has climb to the top here of this sort of mountainous area, and he's looking out and seeing like, okay, I can see clearly now. I know what the path is I need to go, which is great with the Knight of Pentacles as well, because again, we talked about the Knight of Pentacles earlier, where we talked about he's the slowest moving knight, but we talked about it being a little more like it's moving so slow it just feels like it's grinding to a halt here. With the Knight of Pentacles, though, I feel like currently, maybe coming into this week, you know that, okay, it takes as long as it takes, but this week might be really testing your patience, right? It might be really putting that to a test. Are you actually committed to the process, or are you going to just sit here, or are you going to be looking for shortcuts, all right? So let's look at your challenge card clarifiers and see what we got for you, Gemini, all right? We got the Ace of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Magician. These lots of manifestation here with the Ace of Wands and the Magician. The Magician really wants to manifest into his life things and goals he wants to achieve, the things he really wants to see in his life. And with the Ace of Wands as well, it's manifesting a new beginning. So I think between the two of these here and your challenges, I feel as though he may be having trouble manifesting what you really want to manifest, or even like we talked about, burning out a bit. The Ace of Wands can represent energy, like a big time boost of energy for you. So I feels like you're trying to manifest more energy, like more power in order to, push yourself through this home stretch, right? And it's just not working out. Like it's more of a like stick to the process, pace yourself, take your time. Right? And with the Three of Cups, the Three of Pentacles is all about working with others. The Three of Cups is all about celebrations. And like, again, it might be like the celebration is put on hold because you felt like maybe you had a goal in mind. It's like, I would achieve this by now, right? By the end of this month or by the end of whenever. And it's like, we're just off course now. So the celebrations have been delayed a little bit here. All right, let's take a look at your clarifiers for your outcome cards as well, and then we'll be getting your oracle card to wrap it all up here, Gemini, all right? And we have got for you the Six of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the High Priestess. All right, so Six of Cups here is talking a lot about really kind of working towards things that have value. Right? Like you can see with these cups, they all have something in them, right? They all have something that you can tangibly see overflowing out of them, right? And that's really good. I love that. I feel like that's really you kind of heading towards something that is valuable, something that is going to be worth it here in the end. Like all your hard work is going to be paying off soon. Because you can see with the Nine of Cups here, there's actually nothing like overflowing out of them. Like you're satisfied because it's almost as if you've like consumed what's inside of them, and it's like, okay, like I'm happy I did this, I have that and that, and it's like, great, I'm glad that I experienced all this. It's like here, it's like, yeah, now I'm looking for other stuff. I'm looking for more things that fill my cups, more things that overflow here at this time. So I think that's really beautiful. With the Knight of Wands as well, I feel like you're heading towards a good position here, because you can see the Knight of Wands, he also has the Ace of Wands in his hand. So he's committed to growth. He's committed to that energy. Like it's almost that rush of energy. You notice here how we've gone from an animal like the Knight of Pentacles originally, who was just riding a squirrel, to the Knight of Wands. Now you're flying on this creature here. He's got wings. He can take to the skies. It's almost as if what's going to be like once you get through this process and really start, gaining momentum, you're going to be moving along quite a bit quite a bit more easily. You're going to be just soaring and flying as you go. I think that's really beautiful. And with the High Priestess here as well, the High Priestess is just telling you, like, trust your guts, trust your instincts, right? You may be thinking to yourself, I should take a shortcut because I really want to get to what I want to get. But your gut's probably going to be telling you, like, no, just don't. Like, this has been working so far. This has gotten us. This is what's brought us to the dance, right? This is where we've gotten so far. Let's not throw that away now just because we're so close, right? Let's not betray our values and such on just the fact that we just want quick success. So let's take a look at your oracle card here, tie everything off. I hope this has been helping you out. Hope this has been resonating with you. We got a pop out for you here, Gemini. Thank you for being here. And we're tying things off with the Scarab Beetle Spirit saying magic works through you. Saying, like, it's working through you. Sometimes it doesn't work fast, but it is still working. Like, it is still, going. Like, just because we're not necessarily flying by the seat of our pants, and it's super exciting, and we're so close, and like it's gonna be so easy because we made it this far. Sometimes it gets more difficult as we go along, right? Sometimes the home stretch is like a big time stretch. It's like, oh geez, like here we go. Like it may not be as far as what we've come from before, but it might be more agonizing because we're so close to our goals here, right? So you just got to work through it. Let the magic work through you. Let the process work through you. Get there when you get there. So hopefully that's helped you out. Hopefully that's resonated with you. If you want to help out the channel, though, Gemini, you can hit that thumbs up down below. That like button helps out a ton. You can subscribe to the channel as well. That helps you find this channel more easily, find these videos as I'm uploading them, so you can check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign videos too after this one. Thank you again for being here, Gemini, and I hope to see you in the next video.